Listen to me, don't curtail me. There is nobody who can claim under the sun that President Lungu went to them and said, you are my preferred candidate. I would have known.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to JCool.
Future. What does the future of the Patriotic Front look like? I mean, there are a lot of curious questions out there. That did President Lungu appoint or coach someone to take over from him as president?
First of all, President Lungu, his philosophy was never around having a leader handpicked. He said to all of us, including those of us who worked with him, on a daily basis, he believed that leadership comes from God. He also believed that a leader emerges by the responsibility and the works they undertake in their service to the people. President Lungu never appointed or endorsed anybody for presidency. He, yes, may have talked good of individuals, including myself. That's how come possibly I was privileged to have been appointed Secretary General. But I cannot sit here and start claiming that President Lungu endorsed me for presidency, because he kept on saying to all of us, Ngauli Ntungurushi, if you are a leader, it will show.
Yes.
And the future of PF based on your question.
There's a report from SABC, should be one or two, I was watching it, when President Edgar Lungu died. The reporters say that you as the Patriotic Front had conversations with the Zambia we want. KBF's political party, Zambia must prosper. And that there were intentions for the Patriotic Front to feud in the Zambia we want, the Zambia must prosper in the 2026 general elections, because of the fact that you're having it back and forth in the Patriotic Front. Would you confirm that these were conversations that we were having with KBF while its President Edgar Lungu was alive?
I don't know why you want to reduce me into discussing silly things. I'm telling you.
I've given you a background that when President Edgar Lungu died, the people in South Africa.
Which people are you talking?
From SABC. From SABC.
Which SABC are you talking
SABIC, the channel in South Africa. Were given a report on the death of President Lungu. One of the things that they mentioned was that during his time, as he was alive in South Africa, they were having conversations with KBF and the party. For you as a Patriotic Front to use his party as a special purpose vehicle into the 2026 elections. And I think after that, there were conversations now with people that probably President Edgar Lungu could have endorsed KBF. Would you confirm if this is true?
I want you to look in my eyes and possibly examine people. I am on terra firma and in situ as Secretary General appointed by President Edgar Chagwa for Patriotic Front, later on for Tonze. There was no conversation whatsoever. President Lungu was not driven by emotions. He was a very procedural person. There were attempts to try and abuse his name here and there. But I know for a fact that President Lungu was very sensitive and usually got upset. It's just that he was not a loud person whenever people attempted to abuse his name. Listen to me, don't curtail me. There is nobody who can claim under the sun that President Lungu went to them and said, you are my preferred candidate. I would have known. Whether it is plan B and any intricates around the discussion for leadership, President Lungu was not a fraudster. He was not a deceiver. He was not a trickster. He was an honorable man who shared, including his health condition, to those who was comfortable to talk to openly. So I'm telling you, the only thing President Lungu said, whether it was in 2021 when he went for sabbatical leave, was that the process to identify a leader should be transparent, should be open, should have the legitimacy of the Zambian people and the Patriotic Front. So if there's anybody within Patriotic Front and outside who are seeking to try and manipulate and deceive Zambians that were endorsed, they are wasting their time. If you have it, you are a leader seeking to serve the Zambian people genuinely, the Zambian people who identify you, the Patriotic Front members who identify you, and the Tonse Alliance who identify you. There will be no fraudster, whether within PF, outside PF, that will use manipulation and dirty politics to try and ascend to the presidency. As Secretary General, and I'm saying this with every authority at my disposal, moral, positional or otherwise, and every power at my disposal, there will be no manipulation in the process of identifying a leader. Zambia deserves better. We have gone too low for us to start playing around the issue of presidency. After Hakainde Hichilema, we deserve better.
Just a moment. There's now a vacancy. I don't know if there's a vacancy. You can confirm this, SG, Honorable Nakachinda. Who is the Tonse chairman now? And I ask in this context, does the constitution of Tonse speak to a vacancy when a person dies or they're unwell? In this regard, there's a vice chairperson who is Honorable Danny Pule, who is vice chairperson of Tonse. There's acting president, Given Lwinda, who is party president of the Patriotic Front. Does it take over as chairperson of Tonse, or perhaps the deputy chairperson is the one that takes over that position? In understanding how this plays out.
It's not about my understanding, it's in black and white. PF is the anchor political party in Tonse. And before we got into Tonse, we had 14 rules of engagement which were accepted. Among the rules of engagement is that PF will be an anchor party to produce a chairman and presidential candidate. It's very clear. And even in the constitution is clear. So at the moment, Honorable Given Lwinda is acting. Any development within PF in terms of leadership is what will determine who is going to be chair. So there is internal issues of PF, and then it will inform what happens to Tonse. That's the position.
Would you share with the public what the fondest memories that you have with President Edgar Lungu?
President Edgar Lungu was an honest gentleman, honest about his weakness, honest about his strength. He was patriotic, committed to his country. He loved his country genuinely. Very forgiving.
And are there light moments you shared with him?
We need 2 days or more for us to discuss that subject. But he is one of the nicest men I ever met. He has so much strength and depth while he's presenting a facade of weakness.
Your last remarks to the Patriotic Front across the country and the nation now that are looking to you as the Patriotic Front, the largest opposition political party in the country.
Unity is the key. Let's amaze the Zambian people and the continent. Let's remain united. They are hoping for us to divide. Let's surprise them with unity of purpose. Thank you.
Well, that is Patriotic Front Secretary General as well as Tonse Alliance Secretary General Honorable Raphael Nakachinda. We're looking at the death of former President Edgar Lungu, but also we're discussing.
Let me know what you think about this video. Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.